I'm meteorologist Bella Grace with your extended forecast right outside. We've been watching a few spotty showers that moved through earlier in the day. We're not seeing too many of them anymore here in 5 country, maybe a few spotty drizzles, but a lot of us are clear, almost all of us. A lot of that rain is moving to our south. You can see that centered around Little Rock. By tonight, we're going to be cooling off, enjoying some nicer weather, clear skies. A lot of the clouds that we're seeing and have been seeing throughout the day are going to push out, and we're going to be watching for some of these just cooler temperatures. You can see 60s in northwest Arkansas as well as the River Valley. Some east-northeast winds keeping things on the cooler end for us. We'll start to see the sun come back early tomorrow morning. As far as highs go, for tomorrow, we're expecting a little bit more warmth. We're not going to see as many heavy clouds over our heads like we saw today. That's going to allow us to warm up even just a couple degrees more. So today we're stopping our heating in the mid 80s. Tomorrow we're trying to reach those high 80s. 87 in Bentonville and Rogers. Bella Vista is at 87 as well. Fayetteville expected to peak around 86. Not bad at all. You know, we're seeing some cooler spots like Winslow is right around 81 degrees. That's not bad. I mean, as we get later into the week, we are going to start to see some cooler temperatures try to get back in. But for right now, we're just watching temperatures step slowly up into tomorrow. Higher 80s in the River Valley. We're going to see a lot more sunshine. Today, we dealt with a lot of heavy clouds. We're still seeing that into the afternoon, but by tomorrow, those are clearing out. We're getting lighter winds. We're going to see that heat roll back in. About 89 as our high in Van Buren, Fort Smith, Sallisaw is there, Poto as well, Waldron. We're seeing Paris at about 89 as well. Almost all of our big cities are sitting with those warmer temperatures. A lot of 88s across the area as well. You can see that in Greenwood and Hackett, Charleston, 87 in Ozark, Hertman. We're just seeing some nicer temperatures, but we will see a few scattered showers trying to move back in. Here's what we're looking at later today. Pushing those last of the clouds out, but once we get into tomorrow morning, this is about 8 a.m. Your morning commute for tomorrow, expect to see a few little drizzles here and there. We're sitting around 10 to 20% chances of seeing these rain showers. You can see a lot of them are focused in northwest Arkansas. We got a lot of the humidity out of our hair, or at least a fair bit of it this morning, and as we're getting later into the day, we're feeling a little bit more dry in the River Valley. So by tomorrow, when we're seeing rain showers trying to bubble back up, we should be a little bit more clear of that in our southern counties, whereas northwest Arkansas, where we didn't see as many of those showers, we're going to watch for a few more popping up here and there. You can see by 8:30 around Fayetteville area into Rogers and Bentonville as well. We'll likely see a few spotty showers. Those will fizzle out as we go throughout the morning, but we could see spotty showers continue into the afternoon. Those showers better to move into the River Valley. We're going to see that really build a little bit further south around the I-40 interchange with I-49 as well. So Alma, Fort Smith is likely going to see that. You can see a few of those moving into Sequoyah County as well. LaFleur is likely going to see a few of those, but spots like Paris, Waldron, Clarksville, expecting to stay a little bit more dry tomorrow. Not going to see as many of those spotty showers until Friday. Friday is a pretty busy day for us. We're waiting for a few scattered showers that will come in over the afternoon and evening along a cold front. So as this front moves through, it's going to bring these spotty showers out ahead of it, bringing a few little sprinkles here and there. You can see that moving kind of as a system through our area. The River Valley, going to see that a little bit later in the day on Friday. But likelihood is the coverage is going to stay minimal. We're not expecting heavy rain or strong winds, anything like that with these systems. As that Friday cold front comes through, just a few spotty showers, stuff to water your lawn, nothing to be preparing for, worried about. We're just watching those move through. And after the front does move through, look how clear our skies are. Just a few clouds in the River Valley, but really just looking completely clear for us across 5 country. Now we can see how our jet stream is starting to shift from today and tomorrow into Friday, when we're going to start to see more of those north winds along that front. Here's what we're looking at for tomorrow. Stronger western winds over our head. That's going to drive in a few kind of drier air, warmer spots. That's going to help to keep our temperatures on the warmer end. So really building us up into those high 80s. But by Friday, cool air starts to stretch down. We're going to be between this lower jet stream that's trying to build in moisture and this northern jet stream that's trying to send in cold, dry air. So a few of those spotty showers popping up is not unheard of. We'll likely see a few of those throughout the afternoon and evening of Friday, but things will move off to our east and we won't have to worry about that too much. Temperature-wise, we're going to get a big cool down as we move into the weekend. That cold air is going to drop in. You can see that kind of sitting around 5 country. Here's what we're watching in the form of rain. You know, you saw that kind of move through very quickly, that front with rain, and then it fizzled out as it moved south. Well, we're feeling a little bit warmer. We're not getting as much of that rain to really build up and pop as we move further south. So going to see that rain fizzle out relatively quickly. And then once we get into the weekend, cooler, calmer air and starting to shift our winds back a little bit to our west or our east. We're not seeing as strong of that strong north winds that we're going to be watching a little bit later on. That's going to help to drive our rain chances way down. The start of next week, almost no rain chances at all. We're going to see a lot more clear skies. We'll have that north wind come in over the weekend. You can see this large area of heavy, cool air. This is a low pressure area bringing in a lot of those chillier temperatures. Look how strong this jet stream is bringing that northwest flow in for us. But we're all out of rain chances. We're kind of down on the humidity. We're going to be just cooling out, drying out for the weekend, keeping things really nice for us. It's not until we get into next week that we'll start to see high pressure building back off to our west and hopefully bringing in some warmer air our way. We could see a return to either normal or above average temperatures in the next 6 to 10 days. We're looking here in 5 country, northwest Arkansas is going to be feeling just slightly above our average, whereas the River Valley still slightly around that average, if not below. Once we get a lot of that dry air to come in, we're not going to see too much in the way of rain. By the time we roll into the middle of September, September 12th to 18th, you're seeing these warmer temperatures. We are going to start heating back up again, feeling above average for this fall season. We're going to start to see hopefully high 80s, probably a few 90s trying to roll in, but definitely feeling that dry air still sticking around. We won't stay super warm for very long, but you can see our temperatures are going to be rolling from the 80s into the 70s for the weekend, real calm and dry, and then trying to warm back into those 80s by next week. You can see a few clouds here and there, but mainly staying with really clear, sunny skies. That's going to be a trend throughout next week into next weekend as well. So a long stretch of this very dry, staying relatively cool, but nice weather for this fall season. If you're trying to get outside and enjoying this kind of weather, this is the time to do it, because not only are we having a beautiful weekend with lows dropping into the 60s and even some 50s, but we're warming back up next week. We're seeing those 80s roll back in, high 80s likely by the end of the week and into the weekend. Real calm weather for us. It's going to be a really beautiful stretch of September.